Oh, thank you. It's hot, girl. It's about 85.
It's hot today.
So now you won't have to worry about it anymore. It'll rotate for you.
That is so awesome.
But I used to have that phone, remember? That's just learning from errors. That's all that is. So today we're going to be talking about SMART goals, what they are and how to set them, so that way you can have more success with reaching your goals. And a lot of times we have unrealistic goals that we're never going to hit anyway.
True.
So that's why we didn't hit them.
They weren't smart.
They weren't smart. And we're going to try to keep it short today because we got things to do. It's a busy, busy day. I know you guys got things to do. Hey, Pamela. This is Amira. She's the Hey Angela and friend. This is Amira. If this is your first time tuning in to our episode, we do this every week, every Saturday. We're trying to be, mindful and help you guys learn how to exercise, how to stay fit, how to have the mindset shift that we need to get in order to be successful.
Healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. So we're definitely going to be around for a while because we got lots of topics to talk about. And today's topic is SMART goals. So do you want to tell them what SMART stands for?
Yeah. So most of us it's a cliche term. So I like the fact that they've broken it down. I'm an acronym chick. So SMART goals are basically specific, measurable, make sure it's attainable, that it's relevant, and that it's time sensitive. So if you have all of those components within whatever goal you're setting, then you have the likelihood of being able to achieve it. The best part is you can evaluate it on a more, on a clearer spectrum when you go back to assess what's really going on. If after, you want to see why you didn't achieve it or why is it taking so long, it may not be the SMART goal that you were looking for. It may not be smart.
Not to say that it's stupid, but it might not be smart.
Right.
Now, let us know if you guys can hear us because we have this fountain behind us and we like the scenery. Soak it up, soak it up, soak it up. But we were kind of worried about the fountain being too loud. So give us a thumbs up. Let us know you can hear us. Give us some hearts. Make sure you share this. Tell people about it because everybody has a goal that they want to hit. And remember, SMART goals can be relative to health and fitness, but also to just life in general. Because sometimes we have goals that we want to hit, financially and spiritually, mentally, physically, for
I set SMART goals for every time I want a goal, something achieved. This is the format that I follow. And I can't even remember at what point in my life I learned it. But when I learned it, I said, it works. Yeah, why am I going to stop?
And it's universal. Like I said, that's why I said it's not just about fitness. So, we got thumbs up. They can hear us. Great.
Yeah.
So, hey, Dion. Hey, Pamela. So, if we're going through and talking about these SMART goals, what we're going to do is we're going to break down each letter of SMART because the acronym each stands for something different. And we're going to go back and forth and give you guys some information on each one is going to help you set your goals and make them smart. Yes. But please, please, please feel free to jump in.
Anytime.
Leave us a comment, say hello, we'll give you a shout out, ask a question.
Right.
If there's something specific that you have a question about that you don't want to talk about on the live video, send either one of us a message. We'll definitely answer it either personally or we can shout you out on the next video.
Right.
And give you a good whoop, 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 whoop. Now, we are in sunny California, Southern California. It's almost like 80, 90 degrees
Right.
today,
so we need you guys to interact with us and keep us live.
We're hot.
We're hot. We're hot.
So if you see me sweating, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay?
Oh my God. You ready to jump right in there?
We're ready. So, I think you're going first.
Yes, I'm going to start with the S, guys.
Thanks, Karen. She said we got a nice view.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. So what I wanted to do was to just talk about the S, the specific. And I'm going to just generalize it. And then I'm going to tell you about one of my current goals in life and just see how I'm breaking that down and making sure that, and then I can follow up with you guys at the end of the month. And you can see what's happened with that. But with the S, it's about being specific. It's the who, what, when, where of the whole situation, and the why, which is the biggest piece of it. Yeah. So when you're being specific, if you go through those questions, it allows for you to really understand what that goal is all about. So let's use an example. So as a health and wellness coach, one of the things that I like to focus on is helping as many people as possible. So if I just say, I want to help people, what kind of people?
Which people?
Help people do what? Help people where?
Help them tap dance? Help them kill them with the
Help
show?
people why? So I get more specific. So this month particularly, I've set a goal to help 10 people with fitness, and nutrition. Specifically, that's what I'm focusing on for the month of June. It's sizzling summer.
No, all summer. I'm sizzling right now.
Sizzling summer, not just on a Saturday. And so I wanted to make sure that it was something that was specific to what my goals are. So like I say, my specific goal for this month is focusing on helping at least 10 people in health and nutrition and fitness reach their goals.
That's very specific.
That's very specific,
because
right?
the reason you want to be specific is because how will you know that you achieved that goal if you didn't have a specific goal to hit? My favorite one is I want to be healthy.
I want to work out.
Great. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean to be healthy? Does that mean that you can walk up a flight of stairs without being out of breath? That's specific. Or does it mean that I can just get up out of bed?
Why do you want to be healthy?
Why
You've been living unhealthy for however long.
Exactly.
Why did you wake up today and say,
What's
I want to be healthy?
to start
What's
being
motivating you?
And
where are you going to
that's gonna
start
be long
doing
term?
this? Yeah.
Exactly.
Where would you be able to do if you set a specific goal? If you don't know where you can start getting that to show up for you, how can you get that goal reached? So just be very, very specific. And it's good to just be narrow, just throw it out there. But then as you pull back the layers, use those questions: who, what, when, where, why. You learn them in grade school.
And ladies, our big one. I want to lose my baby weight. Great.
And you can. Give yourself a time frame.
But how? How are you going to lose the baby weight? Where do you want to see those changes in your body? You have to.
So I'm going to share the how a little bit later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
We got the how.
What's the M?
The M is measurable. So measurable is a really, really big one that a lot of us forget to do. And that's why especially when I'm working with my clients, we measure everything. We do inches, we do body fat, we do pictures, we do weight, but weight is usually the last thing I do, mainly because your weight is relative. Your weight can be dependent on so many different factors that it might not have anything to do with what you're doing in the gym or with nutrition. It could be you need to go to the bathroom. It could be you drunk a whole lot of water. It could be anything. So weight is something that I don't focus on, and I don't like people to focus on because it's just a number.
Yeah.
And honestly, your weight, nobody knows what you weigh unless you tell them. Okay?
Yeah. Do you want to weigh different or you want to look different?
Exactly.
What are you going for?
I always say I can weigh 300 pounds as long as I look good, baby. I don't care how much I weigh.
And face is another big one when I'm talking to people and they say, oh, I see some changes. Where are you seeing it in your face or are you seeing it in your neck? Because for a lot of people,
it goes there first.
That's where it comes off first. And so it's something that you see every day. You know?
That's why pictures are so helpful.
I also use a measurable. That's the simple one. Is how far can you wrap your towel around you now?
Yeah.
Can that towel? Can you reach behind your back and wash your back better?
Exactly. So basically, you're having a start point and a midpoint, finish point. This is very helpful when you're setting short-term and long-term goals, because saying I want to lose 100 pounds, that's specific, but there's a lot of pounds in between 1 and 100. So you have to be specific and measure where you started at and then check your progress. Every month, typically 4 to 6 weeks, you want to check your progress because it takes time. You're not just going to work out one day and magically, boom, we're there.
Yeah, it
takes time and consistency. So you have to measure what you're starting from and then move from there. And measurements can be so many different ways, and you want to have a lot of different tangible, and we say tangible, things you can see. Because a lot of times, like I said, we get caught up on weight, and if your weight doesn't change that first month, which a lot of times it doesn't, then you'll be discouraged, and then you'll want to quit, and then you'll won't want to stick with it, and then you'll stop working. But it was working. You just didn't give it long enough to see it. So have tangible things that you can measure and see, and go back and check it often.
So remember my specific goal? Let's use the M for mine. My specific goal was what? To assist 10 people this month with their health, fitness, and nutrition. That's measurable because one, I said it's the end of the month. So I have a time frame attached to it.
Which is coming up next.
Yep.
That's later.
And it's also, I can see the number of people that's tracking with me. How many people actually have joined me. I can measure that success.
You see what she said?
What she said?
Talking about she just old. Girl.
You can be old and ready. You can be old
you
and...
only as old as you feel, baby.
Yeah.
Come on now. We ain't gonna,
use that
what
as
does
old mean to you?
Exactly.
Let's define old, because old may not mean what I'm thinking you mean when you say old.
Right.
Old to me, when I hear you say that, means that you don't feel like you can achieve certain things.
Old is a state of mind.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Because I know people that are in their 80s, 90s, and they still looking good and moving good.
Yeah.
So it's never too late to start. Don't feel like, oh, I'm 50, I'm 60, it's too late for me.
Yeah.
No, it's never too late. 57. 57.
That ain't
old at all. I had a client with 85 years old, baby, and she was getting out there working it.
Yes.
So it's all a matter of you starting where you are and working from there. Because too many times we start from the wrong level, and then of course you're never going to get there.
And be healthy at your age. Be healthy where you are. It's not saying you necessarily have to do what a 20-year-old is doing, but it's what would you like to do without challenges or complications at 57. Like, what are you facing at 57 where improving your health would help those things better for you?
Exactly. See, there you go. There you go. See, she lost 19 pounds. All right. Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
Like I said, it's all about small steps over time. And a lot of times, especially when we're older or we haven't been working out for a while, we figure, oh, I'm just going to jump back into what I was doing 20 years ago. But you don't have the same body. So you have to start out slow. Do what you can. It could be walking. It could be joining a group. It could be anything. It could just be changing your eating habits, eating less, smaller portions. There's many different things you can do to change your lifestyle, and it doesn't have to be anything extreme.
You're not trying, you're doing, sweetie.
You're doing, my dear. You're already doing. If you was trying, then it wouldn't be happening. But you're making it happen.
Yeah.
Making it happen. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to happen as fast as we want it to. It never does. But be patient with yourself. It didn't. You didn't put this weight on in a month or two. It took you years to put this weight on. It took you years to get to where you are right now. So just be patient mentally and know it's going to take probably not the same amount of time, but it's going to take some time to get to where you want to be, or at least to see the results that you're looking for. It's going to take some time and consistency to get that in. So next one is
the A, baby.
A.
Those A's. We're bringing our A game.
Bringing the A game.
So you want to make sure it's something that's attainable. And we just mentioned that with Pamela. You know, she mentioned her age to us. And so it's important for us to highlight to her what's attainable for you at this point in your life that's really realistic.
Yeah.
Which is the next one that's going to be coming up. Oh my God, I don't realize how much I use these terms in my everyday language.
Every day, baby.
But being attainable is something that you want to make sure that you understand how you can do those things. How is it possible? You saying that I want to go work out. How can you work out? If you have a full packed schedule, how is that going to be attainable for you to then start working out?
Right.
And working out is not enough for you to say. So we have to get specific in what does that mean about our workout. So in order for you to attain it. So
especially if you have injuries.
If you have an injury.
Now you have to have a plan to work around those injuries.
Yes.
Because there is a way around them.
Yes.
It's not always the easiest way, and it's not always the quickest way, but that's why you get a professional to help you with that if you're not sure, because we know tons of ways to get it in.
And so here's a saying that I don't know where I picked it up, but I love it. It's basically, we have a tendency to overestimate what we can do in a short amount of time and underestimate what we can do over the long term. So when you're setting a standard, think about what you're saying you can achieve right now. Is this really something that's more long term that you need to focus on in setting those specifics around it? Now, you don't want to shortchange yourself. And like you said, we don't want to so we feel let down. But you find that nice balance in there so that you can.
Happy medium.
Happy medium. Yeah.
Happy medium. The change comes in the challenge. So there's different levels of challenge. You don't have to be, doing.
Am I ever going to get not shocked by her being able to combine these words like this? Like, every time she does it, it's just, I can't believe it. Like,
I got a million of them. They was hating me this morning in the fit camp. But they going to love me later, ladies. We going to love me later. We got on that TRX, girl. We was having a good old time out there. But it was definitely, what does Pamela say? I should be a weight at 5'5", 200 pounds, chronic tinnitus, ringing in the ears. Well, that's a good question. Honestly, there is no set weight for your height. And I hate it when people say that. And, they started that years ago with this, the chart and you should be this. And
girl, they would say that you're supposed to be 125 pounds.
Right. And that's not realistic. No.
Really?
It depends on your
As
height.
an adult woman?
It depends on you grown. We got life going on.
So,
here.
It's whatever body shape, weight that you feel the most comfortable with. You don't have to be. I don't ever want to tell somebody a number.
No.
I want you to be healthy. I want you to be healthy.
People get caught up on the number and then you don't focus on the result that you are getting.
So Morris says, inch by inch, yard by yard.
There you go.
It's hard.
All right, Morris, it's hard, but it's we got to work hard to play hard, baby.
Hard is a relative term. It's hard to be what you're feeling right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard to be stuck in a body that you're not comfortable in.
That's hard.
So that's a hard.
You got to choose your heart.
You got to choose your heart. It's hard to feel like, you know, you go to the doctor and they give you these results and now you feel forced to do something. That's a hard reality to face. So the idea of us having these communications and videos and training is to get you to be ahead of the game. And
you got a big butt.
Oh yeah, I got a juicy too.
Who ain't got a big butt right now?
My juicy.
It's people going out buying them butts, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with no butts.
I used to have a complex, in all honesty, about my butt. But when I realized I wasn't going to be able to do anything about it,
genetics.
I just basically accepted that as a part of me, and I started seeing it as beautiful. Yeah. So I was just like, I have a beautiful booty.
There we go.
And so then my booty became more beautiful.
Very good. And once you embrace it, you enjoy it so much more. Like, I was the opposite. I never had a butt. I had hips. I had to build a butt. Buildabutt.com. And we built that butt, baby. But, you know, I was always caught up with, you know, looking at people on social media and like, oh, they have a huge butt. But then I realized most of them, that's not even their real butt. They out here going, I heard a commercial on the radio. What is it, Dr. Booty? Dr. Butt? I'm like, buy a butt? Oh no! What is that's what they doing. That's what they advertising, buying butts for summer. Okay,
right.
So
no judgment if that's something that you want to do.
Yeah,
but if you want to know other ways, there are other ways to do that.
But accept who you are for your genetics. If you have hips and butt runs in your family, you're probably going to have it. It's not going to go in it. Even when you lose weight or you get to the goal, you're still going to have it. But there's a way to shape it to be a little bit more presentable how you want it. It depends. If you want the bounce, you want the jiggle, it all depends on what you want.
Right.
So it's just a matter of you being willing to put the work in to get what you want.
So Morris says, I want a body like I had 10 years ago. Now that is semi-specific, but it doesn't tell us what you want for today.
And why do you want that body?
Why do you want that? You want a body like you had 10 years ago. What about that body? Because that body was a lot of different things 10 years ago.
Younger.
It was that, but it was leaner.
Yeah.
It may have had more energy.
Yeah.
It may have had, you know, a whole lot of other things showing. So what about the body 10 years ago specifically are you wanting for yourself? And then you know,
then you can set those goals to achieve that.
You're my client. So we know what to do. Boo-boo. We know what to do.
You know, knowing and doing is two different things, baby. A lot of times we know what to do, we just don't do it.
That's right.
Which brings us to the next one, which are realistic. Realistic is a really big one, and that's pretty much exactly what we've been talking about. Is this goal realistic to your DNA? Is this goal realistic to your body frame? Is this goal realistic to your mindset? Are you willing to put the work in that it's going to take to get that body? Because I hear people say all the time, oh, I want a six-pack. Oh, I want them. I'm like, do you know how much work it takes to, one, get a six-pack, and two, keep one? It's really hard. I thought I wanted a six-pack for a long time until I got one. Baby, I didn't want it no more. Because I was like, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life. Because remember, it's one thing to get there, but you got to stay there. Yeah. So you don't want to put all that work in to have it for like a month, and then it's gone. And that's what I did. I had it like 2 years ago for summer. I was rocking that six-pack.
You're rip.
And you know the work that I put in to get that six-pack, I almost killed myself. I was like, you know what? I'm too old for this. I ain't got time. Now I found a happy medium. My abs are flat. I got some oblique lines popping.
Yes.
The six-pack ain't in there, but I like the oblique lines, and I like the way that looks on me. It's not too rough.
But
some
you said you
that.
like how it looks on you.
Me.
It's what she set for herself.
Exactly.
Not what someone else is
TV.
expecting
Yes.
or saying. You also said something in there about the mindset that you're in.
Gotta have a mindset.
Now, not to say that you can't set a goal that will stretch your mind.
Yes.
But you have to be open for that mind to shift.
Yes.
So in setting that goal, in order for that goal to be achieved, you have to also work here. You know what I mean?
Most
so
of
you
it
can
is
set a big specific goal, but know that this is going to be what's really important to get that to happen.
Exactly. Because you're going to have to stay consistent. You're going to have to push yourself.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have help, somebody pushing you, you're going to have to be able to work hard enough, often enough, especially if you're trying to get a six-pack. But like I said, six-pack is so vague. I mean, because we see that on TV, but then you don't know that person's life. You don't know their story. You don't know their lifestyle. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they have to go through to maintain that. They could be just doing all kinds of craziness. And a lot of times it's not healthy and it's not safe for you. So you have to figure out where you fall into that. And is that realistic for you? Because like I said, I wanted a six-pack until I had one. And then I was like, you know what? No, this is not for me. And I didn't like the way it looked on me. I was a little too lean, a little too skinny, which you don't know that until you get there.
Right.
So be open to, during your process of trying to reach a goal, you're going to find that you're like, you know what, I might not want that, but I like where I am right here. And that's okay. If you don't hit that big goal, you're going to find where you are going to fall in that goal. And that's totally fine. And that's the goal, to find out where you are most comfortable in that whole realm of things, because ultimately it's about you being happy and being successful.
So let's bring it back. My goal, remember my goal, guys? It's to enroll or help 10 people this month specifically. Now, for me, that's realistic to assist 10 people. I could have said 20 people. Yeah. I could have said 30 people. But I gave myself a month's time to focus. So realistically, I wanted to make sure it was something that was achievable. Maintain the six-pack now.
It's hard, ain't it? It's hard.
Reaching, maintaining that. I lost what I was going to say. But
the 10 people, you could have set a big goal.
I could have set a bigger goal, but I knew I needed something that was going to push me.
Right.
But I didn't want something that was going to shut me down. Mm-hmm. So 10 is
overwhelming.
10 is a number when you're helping other people that I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I don't want to create an issue for them, because if I have too many people, it's not enough of me to give them everything that they deserve. So I wanted to make sure that this was a realistic goal, and because I'm helping other people, I want to make sure that I'm realistic to what's possible. Yeah. In that sense. So
and sometimes that can be not down-putting, but sometimes you feel sometimes it feels like we're letting ourselves down if we don't set these big goals. Remember, you want to be able to have something that you realistically can do. So you want to shoot past the stars, but not into the atmosphere as far as where Pluto is. You don't want to shoot for Pluto, but you don't want to shoot just right above your head, because that's not far enough. Because remember, when you shoot for the stars and you land in the clouds, you're still winning. You're still above where you were. So don't be afraid to shoot for those big goals, but don't make them so big to where in your mind you're like, I'm never going to hit this. Right. So then you end up giving up on yourself because it wasn't realistic and it wasn't attainable and all those other things that we just talked about.
So one of the things you mentioned a couple of times was six packs in there. Mm-hmm. A lot of the clients that I'm honestly helping now are in a different season of their lives. Yes. And so what they say is that's something for me more long term. So I say, okay, well, what's the short term? Long term, short term goals. Right. You follow the same format. And so they may have a pooch or the muffin top or whatever it is that people say. I said, well, let's work on that first. Yeah. And then once we have that, then let's see where we want to go
reevaluate.
Next.
Yeah. Because you might, like you said, you might get there. You be like, what, I'm good. I love the way I look right now. Yeah. And this is maintainable, because there's another thing. It has to be maintainable. Mm-hmm. If you
That's what the M should be too.
Right. If you can't maintain that goal, what's the point of getting there? Just for summer or just for your birthday or just for whatever?
What is the hashtag?
Summer ready all year. So make sure that the goal you're setting for yourself is something that, like we said, you can realistically do, that you can set those short-term goals and then maintain once you get there. Mm-hmm. The beauty in maintenance is something serious, I'm telling you, because you feel like it's a lot of work, but what we don't realize is once you reach that goal, you're maintenance. And you don't have to work as hard anymore as you did to get there, because you're already there. But the problem is a lot of us are in the maintenance mindset, but you haven't reached your goal yet. Mm-hmm. So we can't be in the maintenance mindset until we've gotten to where we want to be. Then we can stay there. But it's really hard to say, okay, I'm not there yet. So how do I keep pushing? Or what do I do to get myself to that goal without feeling like I let myself down?
And hopefully once you get to that maintenance period in your life.
Shout out from Texas. Hey now.
Hey. Hopefully once you reach that goal and you can say that you're in the maintenance period, your mindset has shifted enough to where you are actually going to be able to maintain it, and you don't fall back into old habits.
That's why we talk about lifestyle change.
Be careful with saying I'm ready to maintain, because you may physically have reached your goals, but mentally you haven't. Yeah. So you may require another extra 30 days just for your mindset to push again, working towards whatever way you were working to get those results.
Yeah, because you got to be able to physically maintain it with your food, with your exercise. Because keep in mind, now we're not saying you ain't got to work out anymore. Once you get there, you still have to exercise. Yeah. But you're at a different type of exercise. You're not doing the high intensity. You're not doing, every day going so hard. You're just going through and you're doing more sculpting and you're doing more, spot. Oh, this part, let me work this upper body. Let me sculpt this. Let me work this. Now you're doing more
Now
shaping.
It's time to be specific about what maintenance look like and how you can create that maintenance to still really maintain your results.
Yeah. But in that maintenance, you also find, let me work on this a little bit more. Let me tighten this up. Let me do this. And that's totally fine. Like I said, the goal, there's no finish line. You're never going to just get to a point where you're like, done. you're never really done. You're always going to continue to progress. You're always going to continue to work. You're always going to continue to get better, because that's what you want to do. You want to get better and get,
good,
stronger,
better, best.
have more energy. There's always things that you can do to help make yourself better. Because whenever you stop making yourself better, that's when we start to die. That's when it's over. Because ultimately, nobody is ever 100% the best they could be. We can always get more out of ourselves, and we should expect more out of ourselves. That's going to help make us to not be complacent and feel like, oh well, I'm good.
When you say die just there, I don't mean like dying in your resting place. That's not what I mean. I mean like dying in the inside.
Yes.
Meaning that there's a sense of darkness, a sense of hopelessness, a sense of
nothing to work for, nothing to live
disconnect from you and those around you. Like basically you're dying into yourself.
Yeah.
And that's not a feeling that we want to promote or encourage. We want to help you to see that there's more to living than just the fitness part or the eating part. It's what those eating and fitness things can bring to the lifestyle.
And it brings so much mentally, because exercise, especially for me, it makes me feel good about myself, because I know that I'm doing something good for me.
And you achieve something.
Yes, like you're doing something good for you.
Yeah.
And well, the results help. When you walk by that mirror, that helps. But it shouldn't be all about the look. It should be about how you feel about yourself. Yeah. And when you're working on yourself, something in your mind just shifts, and you're like, you know what? I can do this. I am worth doing this. I am worth working on. I am worth improving. I am worth making myself happy. Because, you know, exercise releases endorphins, so it makes you feel good about yourself. And that, in turn, affects everything else in your life. It affects your relationships, it affects your job, it affects all those different things, because your energy is going to be put out into the world in a different way. And people are going to see that, and they're going to want to be a part of it. They're going to want to be around it. Because people always tell me, you have great energy. I'm like, really? This is just my everyday thing. I don't know. But that's just
people
how I
pick
am.
up on it. You know what I mean?
They really do. And people want to be a part of that. They want to be around it, and it makes your relationship so much better.
She's teaching you how you can have that. And one of the things at the end of the majority of my sessions that I do is I tell people, we one of the end stretches, we wrap our arms around our bodies and we say, ooh, I love you.
Gotta love
as
yourself.
a thank you to me for doing what I just did. It may have been really challenging, but I love the fact that I challenged myself like that. So I give myself a hug and I say how much I love me for doing it.
Yes.
You will be surprised how that makes you want to go back. When you get a hug from another person, don't you want to go back to them again and get a hug?
Everybody likes hugs.
So imagine hugging yourself more and saying how much you love yourself, how much more you're going to want to keep loving yourself.
Absolutely.
You know?
So we got one more. We got
Let's do it together.
time bound.
Time bound.
That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, we got a big comment. Hey now.
All right,
you read
Tina.
that while I look at this one.
All right, Tina, let me get close these eyes.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I got my glasses
Hello,
on.
beautiful sisters. Hi, beautiful. I want to lose 160, so I'm planning to do a plant-based diet. So I'm starting out maybe with meatless Mondays. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Meatless
I tried to read the rest of it. It was too
and
long.
the other days, maybe one day. Let's see.
See, it won't let me.
Shoot, Tina? Let's see.
We have to go. It's too long of a comment, Tina. It won't let us read all of it.
But I get the gist of what you're saying.
Definitely plant-based is a good idea.
So, Tina, I have a feeling that Angela's going to hit you up on the offline.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is so much happening in those comments.
Right.
And so the idea, for me, just as a generalization, is be mindful of as far as restrictions go so early in the process, and learning and about meal prepping and setting yourself up for success and creating things in there. But it's a great goal. It's very specific.
Yeah.
We just want to comb through and make sure that the how is a little bit more realistic to what you can do starting out.
Now, if you've been doing this for a while, then great. This is your next progression in what you've been doing. Great.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we start off with this, and she asked the question, what do we think about keto? But, a lot of times we start off with these, I want to be vegan, and I want to be vegetarian, and I want to do keto, and I want to do
paleo.
Paleo. And those are all great within their own right if it's something that you can stick with. But a lot of times when we go from A to Z, we skipped all those letters in between. So then when we get to like E, we're like, this might not be the best thing for me, and then we end up giving up. So a lot of times we'd rather you make smaller little changes here and there, like lowering your portion,
anything to
moving more.
Yeah.
So that way you can actually make this a part of your lifestyle. Because remember, we're not trying to just be on a fad diet. We're not just trying to get a result. We're trying to change our lifestyle.
Right.
Because once we want to be able to maintain this once we get there. And what we don't realize is in that process of changing that lifestyle, that's when you learn. And when you learn how to not only get there, but to maintain it, then it's more of something you enjoy doing rather than a chore.
Right.
And we don't want it to be a chore. We don't want eating to be a chore. We don't want exercise to be a chore.
We don't want it to be something that feels so restrictive.
Like you don't want it to be work.
Yeah. We want it to be something that's going to eventually be maintainable. So I want to address Brooke's statement about keto first. So for me, when anybody comes to me and they have a specific program, because I see those as programs, I hate the word diets.
Right.
That's the type of program that you're going to be following. I come from the belief of your body requires all the macronutrients.
It does.
And for you to be successful and to maintain that, having all of them, carbs, fats,
and proteins.
Carbs, fats, and proteins within balance, along with the minerals and things that your body is requiring, is what's important. So if you find a healthy balance within those structures, then I feel like it's a maintainable, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, like Angela said, be very careful about being so rigid to jump from one. If you were someone that was eating meat heavily, you don't want necessarily tricking your body that quickly to go vegan, next week. Is that something that you can really do?
Right.
Like maybe work your way into a keto diet if that's what you want to do, because I never tell anybody not to do something, but work your way into that as a lifestyle.
Right.
And then go from there, whatever it is that you choose. So I
And along that journey, what you'll often find is a balance in between there.
Yeah.
Because I have so many people, because I did, well, I won't say I did vegan, I did vegetarian. But for my lifestyle, it didn't work for me to completely eliminate meat because it's not just me. It's not just me and my household. If it was just me, I could do whatever. But I have my children, I have my husband, and I wanted to make sure that I was still making healthy meals for the family.
Right.
And I'm not going to make two, like we talked about last time, I'm not going to make two separate meals. That's too much work, and I can't consistently do that for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So I found that reducing my meat intake to less than I was taking in and sticking to like more fish, more turkey, things like that. And when I do have it, I'll have those types of things. That balance works for me. Because like I said, any diet, or like we said, any program works if you do it.
Right.
But if you don't do it, it's not going to work. But we do need all of those macronutrients in your body. Your body is built to take all of those in.
Proteins
so don't
is
cut
for
out
what?
carbs.
It's for
building
muscle.
Building muscle. You got to.
Carbs.
That's the building blocks.
That's for our mind.
That's for energy. That's
energy.
for your mind. You need that.
Fats. You want nice skin?
Yes. My favorite saying is fat is burned and the fire that carbs create.
Yeah.
So if you do not have a fire, how you gonna burn any fat?
Cells need your cells need that structure.
They need your cells even need fat. That's how your skin stays healthy. That's how your hair stays healthy. That's how your nails grow. Your body needs all of those things. Now, true, we need a certain amount of those things, and typically the problem is we have too many of them. But a lot of these diets, they eliminate things that we actually need, and it doesn't give you an alternative to supplement that back in. So that's why you don't stick with it for too long, or if you do, you're miserable the entire time, because it's like, I'm either super tired, or I'm super hungry, or I'm super grumpy, because your body is off balance, and you need those things in your system.
So I always ask a client or someone that's coming to me and they say that they want to start that program because there's so many different ones. What is it about that is attractive to you? So we got to start there, because you're real specific in saying you want to follow the keto or the paleo or the vegan lifestyles or the or any of those things. So the question is, what is it about that you feel is going to change you for the better? What about those things? So if we kind of pull back your belief systems around that, that can help me better coach you to make that actually become successful for you, because now you have a different connection to it, an understanding of why you do it beyond the actions of what it requires to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. All
right.
And I think I do like plant-based, because it's not a specific, like, don't eat this, don't eat that. It's telling you what we should have more plants into our diet, because our body is designed to process those plants. So, and it's not,
you.
and it's not so.
I'm gonna keep you in my back pocket and pull you out and just say,
"Thank you, Pam."
Pam said
but she's always been an awesome supporter on my page. So definitely, we love her so much. We're giving you hearts and kisses and sweat
And this is a part of everything that me and Angela are talking about. It's about creating a community that also can be there as your support system. Being around those that have similar beliefs, you know, you are a byproduct of the 10 people you hang around the most.
You are.
So you have a control in the sense of how successful you are based on the people that you are around. So if you're looking for more positive, more inspiration, more of a push, then surround yourself with those that are in that space.
You have any fave powdered greens? Have you tried powdered greens?
No, but I don't think I want them.
Right? No, I don't think
powdery.
I've seen them.
My thing.
I think I've seen them, but I'm more of
Is it going to taste powdery when I eat them, like gritty?
No, because I think they have those powders that you can put like in shakes and you can.
Oh, like the delicious one I just had.
Something like that. I'm more of a whole foods kind of minimally processed, and that's just because I like to know what I'm eating. And sometimes with those powders, you're not quite sure. It might say it on the thing, but you really don't really know.
You have to get
exactly what they're giving you.
You have to be with someone who is based in integrity and is very transparent about the things that they are incorporating in, because sometimes there's fillers that they say that they have because they're just trying
from like 10 years ago.
Bringing them back. You know, it's one of those things when you're talking about something that's powder based, you want to make sure that the powder all the way through is of that powder, and they didn't have to have
fillers,
any additives and fillers in there. And it's a requirement, or they don't have to be required to tell you what those fillers are. So it is important that whoever is coaching you can coach you and explain to you the science behind it, if it is in that in that format, like, you know, a powder consistency.
So talking about the superfood. That's what I figured you were
I love my superfoods, boo boo. I am a huge fan of it. I do my greens on a regular basis. But yeah, I know exactly what's in it, and through is exactly what it says. No fillers, no additives, none of that stuff.
And that's the hard part with the supplements, because you do know supplements aren't regulated.
It's meant to supplement.
They
not
can slap
substitute.
a label on it and say whatever they want to say, and that's
you
what
have
it is.
to be careful.
Yeah, that's why I don't do a lot of supplements. I prefer to give it whole food, plant-based, as much natural as possible. Then you have more control over what you're doing, and then you feel better about, okay, I know what I'm putting into my body, because a lot of times you think that you're eating something good and you're not, and then it could affect you, negatively, or it could have a contraindication depending on whatever filler that they put in there, or you could have a reaction or whatever
balance,
it might be to
guys.
it. So there's some things that are out there, but I won't promote anything specifically, because I myself don't do a whole lot of supplements, because I just don't believe in them, especially for long-term usage. But definitely, to each his own.
Yeah.
But definitely, I say do your research.
Do your research.
Definitely read the labels. Read up on the company that's selling you these things. Read up on reviews. I'm big on customer reviews. I don't buy anything until I read at least 15, 20 reviews. And I read the good reviews and the bad reviews. A lot of times you'll just see let's look at those 1 stars. Let's look at those 2 stars. What were they saying? What were they complaining about? And is that a general theme amongst the low reviews? Because a lot of those reviews are paid. About 85% of those reviews are paid reviews. So sometimes they're not genuine. So you get false information. So definitely make sure that you're doing your research. And this is such a
topic for me, because I do have that association with a system that creates a lifestyle of balance for people, that doesn't promote eliminating whole foods, but supplements are meant to be built in. They supplement. They support. They
not
help
substitute,
you.
they supplement.
Yeah, they supplement. So you have to do everything within a balance. Hi, Miss Rhonda.
She's from Rochester. All right, New York.
Yeah, we're all over the nation today. I'm loving that. I'm loving it. So let's take this time specific.
Did we go over time bound?
No. we start having questions. And we're all about the questions. So if our videos expand beyond, because it's questions, that's what we want, because we are here to service you. That's why we're here during the day. So you just got to stay tuned in so you can get all the juicy, all what the topic is about. So time bound. Let's see.
Time bound. By when do you want to achieve this goal? A lot of times we say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, by when? When you have a specific goal, it does a couple things. It makes you have to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Because if my goal is 3 months from now, I can't take a month off, because I've lost a month, and it's going to take me at least 3 months to get that goal. It's going to force me to stay consistent.
Well, we think it's going to take 3 months, right?
Depending on what the goal is. Depending on what the goal is. But you also want to set multiple goals, like a 1 month goal, a 3 month goal, a 6
30,
month
60,
goal.
90 days.
Yes.
What are we looking like?
So that way we can do measurable and we can see your progress, because it gets very, I won't say defeating.
I'm sorry, I keep looking over here. You guys getting side eye? Are you guys getting side eye?
It gets very, but you can actually put it right underneath there because mine is up higher. It gets very defeating when you haven't
There we go.
reached the goal in a certain amount of time.
She's so smart.
So when you want to set small goals to lead up to that big goal.
Small doesn't mean that it doesn't challenge you.
Right.
Keep it. We understand our words when we say our words. So that I want to make sure that I highlight that. So again, back to Amira's goal for the month. What is it? Enrolling, helping, assisting 10 people specifically with nutrition and fitness. It's time specific. This end of this month, I can measure throughout the month how successful I am. On the 15th of June, how close am I to reaching that goal? How many people have I assisted?
Right.
Is it relevant to what I'm wanting to do? Is it relevant to what their goals are?
Right.
Because they alongside me are creating their own goals. So yeah, just keep in mind when you're setting your goals, if it is contingent on a partnership with other people, make sure you're aligning yourself with your goal.
Yeah.
Because if you set a goal to release a certain amount of weight within a month's time frame, and we know you need to be where in the gym working out, but you haven't communicated to me the days that you're going to be working out, and I'm your partner.
We got a problem.
Houston, we have a problem. When we measure that goal, 9 times out of 10, it's not.
You're not going to get there.
We're not going to get there.
Also, think about, why is that date important? Because a lot of times we have a goal and, I want to get to this goal by blah. Okay, why? Why is that date important to you? Because sometimes if the date has no meaning, then you're going to be less likely to stick with it. Or you're going to be more likely to be like, you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to push it back. We're going to push it back, to this. So we're going to push it back.
Got to be
that.
strong. It has to be rock solid and strong. It has to be something that, whatever it is, it has to be something that you're not going to change, like you changing your drawers. Like you can't change it every day. It has to have enough time to manifest itself.
Yes.
So set it, do it, check it, analyze, switch it maybe a little to make it achievable, but don't let go of it. If your time is 30 days, why are you stopping at 15? You hadn't hit 30 yet.
One of my other favorite sayings is inspect what you
and
expect.
yes, I did say draws, guys. So
draws. Come on now. Oh, I say draws all the time. You better believe it.
I can't believe that flew out of my mouth.
My kids say it now too. Now when I'm out in public, I say underwear. Come on now. We not out in public.
Sorry about that, guys.
Right now. We keep
I
it
just
real.
got real with you.
Come on now. We keep it real.
I got real comfortable and real in that moment.
Come on now. Y'all know y'all be saying draws. Come on now. Pull them, get them draws up off the floor.
I can't. Okay, I gotta come back. Okay, because I heard myself after I said, "Did I just?"
Oh, I heard it, but I didn't flinch. Did I? Was like,
oh Lord, let me sip a little water on that. My mom will be so mad at me right now.
Definitely, don't be afraid to set those dates, because those dates are going to help keep you consistent. It's going to keep you accountable. Because that should be one of these on here.
Yep.
I think we're
gonna change up how we refer to it.
We got to change these letters up a little bit.
Yeah, specific,
we got to put our own letters in there.
So we're specific.
But no, because we got to put consistency in there. We got to put, we're going to
maintainable.
Smart cat. That's what we're going to do. Smart cat.
Smart cat.
Wait a minute. Because I get the consistency, I get attainable, and I don't know what the other T is. I don't know. Tight. I don't know what the other T is. We're going to make something up. But definitely, acronyms help because it puts it in your head. So anytime you're thinking about a goal, just say, is this smart? And then instantly you're going to be like, okay, is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it realistic? Is it time bound? You're going to remember those things. So, and if it's not, then change it up a little bit. And it's okay to change it up. Goals are going to change. Don't set a goal and feel like, oh, that's it. It's set in stone. No, goals are going to change. Just like we changed them draws, baby. They're going to change all because you change. I don't want the same things that I wanted 10 years ago. Because I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago.
And it's okay that they aren't the same.
Yeah.
When someone says, Amira, you've changed, I say, thank you, you notice?
Right.
Thank you. Like, I don't see that as a negative.
I don't want to say the same.
Yeah, I want to grow. I'm living. So there's that strong possibility that I'm going to change.
You're going to change. And that's okay to change.
Mentally,
and especially if you're doing it for you. Now, don't go out there changing yourself for somebody else. Somebody else's opinion of you is not your business.
Yeah.
Ultimately, your goal is to change for you, to be the best you that you can be. And that's going to help project you in your life in so many other ways because you did it for you. Numero uno. I know we were seeing so many high occurrences of suicide lately. You know, people that you thought were happy, people that you think are up here living this life, but keep in mind, people will put on a show for you all the time, but there's no reason for you to suffer in silence. If you need help, reach out for help. There's people to help. Reach out to me. Reach out to a mirror. You can reach out to a perfect stranger.
Just having that conversation sometimes makes a difference.
We need human interaction, because a lot of times you feel alone. And when you feel alone, then who cares if I kill myself?
Or you don't even know what it is you're feeling.
Yes.
You just know what you're feeling
is not what you want.
Is not what you want. You feel lost. You feel confused. You feel feelingless in your feelings. And hopeless. Or just there's so much uncertainty there, so much expectation. And like Angela said, you know, when you live or try to do for another person, you're going to continue to be trying for that person, because they're going to set something else. When they see that you're willing to do that for them, it's a likelihood that they're going to ask you to do something else and continue that. And they may not even realize what they're doing is harming or hurting you, because people think that just because someone is doing something at you or to you that they're intentionally being malicious. Some people don't do it for that. Some people don't even realize, because they're so hurt. Hurt people hurt people.
They do. They sure do.
So, you know, give people a little bit of grace, the same grace that you would want. Meet them where they are.
And don't always be that person that's always taking. Be somebody that gives. Because remember, just a person that's been giving to you, they need stuff too. They need love. They need affection. They need attention. Because we can only give so much until our cup is empty. Our cup needs to be refilled as well. So a lot of those people that you have, those strong friends that are always checking up on people, but who's checking up on them? Make sure you're checking up on your friend. Make sure that you're checking up on that person that's always checking up on you, because they need it too. Just because you think that their life is woo woo woo, that's not always the case. We always have things that's going on. Life happens, you know, things happen. We have, you know, deaths happen in the family, you know, job happen, we move, kids, all kind of situations happen to all kinds of people.
You're putting it priority.
Exactly.
And so I tell people to have that check-in time and just say, when was the last time I called such and such? You know? Or when was the last time I heard from such and such?
Because you know how good it feels when somebody just randomly checks on you? So imagine how that would feel for somebody else. So just be mindful of the things that we're doing. Give it back.
And if there's a lot of this happening in the world today, I will just say, if it's this much happening in the forefront, in the public eye, imagine how much is happening that we don't know about. So there's so many people that aren't celebrities that are suffering with depression and anxiety. And things of that nature. So it's really important that we use this platform of awareness that we're having in the world to now check in with ourselves and check in with those that we know. Check in with your people at work. You know, your coworkers. It may just be, hey, Susie, how was your weekend?
Great.
Or, and
they're smiling on the outside, but they're crying on the inside. And when you genuinely check on somebody, genuinely check on them. Don't just say, oh, how you doing? Good. Okay, let me... No, how things going with this?
I wish I know the acronym for FINE in my classes this semester, or last semester. My professor gave me what the FINE acronym was. Right. So I'm going to bring that next week, because when people say FINE, it's some hidden things in that word. It stands for something else. So I'm gonna share with you guys what that is. And I look forward to the day when we do the mindset portion of just focusing on the healthy lifestyle, because that mindset, and what does it take to have a mindset similar to what me and Angela have. Not saying you have to think like us, but a mindset of belief of what healthy means to you. So we're going to touch on that at some point around the road, of what a healthy mindset looks like surrounding healthy living.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've had a blast chatting with you guys today. Thank you so much for all of your great questions, great engagement this time. I think this time was maybe the time that we did it earlier.
I think they're getting used to us and more comfortable.
Could be. Plus, we didn't have all the interruptions.
Yeah, we gave them a nice background.
Right?
You guys like that? You like that?
We didn't have the people walking in and out, talking all in the back. That's why I said over here is great, because nobody ever is out here. So we'll probably be in this area again. We'll be in a couple other areas, just testing it out and see what we like. But definitely tune in for the next episode. It'll be next week again, Sizzling Saturday. Some days might change depending on our schedule, but we'll keep you guys posted and let you know when we're going to be doing it. But definitely keep asking your questions. Thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you.
Keep sending us messages. Let us know topics that you guys would like to hear about. We're definitely open to, whatever suggestions you guys have, because ultimately it's about us helping you guys.
Yeah.
It helps us too, because a lot of times when we're doing this video, we're talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't realize that. When you're helping
you.
someone else, you're helping yourself.
Right.
And it feels really good to give, and it also feels good to receive. So we're giving and receiving. So we appreciate all your support, all your love. Share this video, like, comment, tell your friends. Let everybody know that we're here to help you bring your A game.
Bring your A game.
And we're going to figure out the best way to make it do what it do, baby.
Do what it does. All right, loves. Have a great Saturday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.